If y'all were anything like me when I was finally looking to get into my first fun enthusiast car of my own, you're looking for three things. I wanted rear-wheel drive, I wanted a manual transmission, and I wanted that NA reliability. So this bad boy right here fit the bill completely. But one thing I was worried about is if it was going to be a good daily for me. And so far I've enjoyed it, but that answer can depend on your own needs. So let's talk a little more about it. Let's jump right into it, boys. I got a little notebook for myself to keep myself organized, make sure I don't start talking off topic like crazy, because that is easy to do. So anyway, if you're anything like myself, there's three things you're really gonna want out of a daily, right? At least this is my big three. So I wanted, of course, reliability. I wanted space, comfort, how comfortable were you gonna be driving it day to day? And I wanted to know about the gas mileage. So jumping right into reliability, of course, Z's are great. You know, the motors are really strong. They really take a beating, which is great for young car enthusiasts, especially like myself. Learning to drive manual on it, I beat the absolute crap out of it, out of the clutch, out of the transmission, out of everything, because I was learning and I was new. And that's kind of a phase that everybody has to go through. And it took every bit of what I throw through at it. And we're good. But there's a number of small issues that Z's can have, and you should be known about. A lot of, little electrical things, small things that'll go wrong. The window motors go bad, door handles break, and little stuff like that. But for what I was looking for, it was still perfect, because I wanted to gain more confidence, working on cars and kind of doing my own thing. So, all those little projects, yeah, it might have been annoying, but it gave me something to do. And in turn, even though they were small projects, it made me better. And that's really what I was looking for out of my first, enthusiast car, my first fun car, is, to just improve and learn as much as possible. Really, that's really one of the biggest things that I wanted. So let's talk more specifically about my experience with how reliable this car has been. There's been three things that have gone wrong in my first year with the car. Well, a year in February. We're gonna say a year just for video's sake, just for simplicity's sake, right? So the first thing that went wrong on it is there was a power steering leak. And if you've been looking into getting into a Z or a G and you've already done your research, you might already know about this. The rack and pinions are just, they're guaranteed to leak. They're going to leak with age, 100,000%. So at least on the 03 especially, which is what I have. So I got that power steering fluid leak. My power steering pump went bad, so I had to get that replaced. Got it replaced and everything was good, but I still had that leak. So with the leak, what I did was I started using a Lucas power steering fluid oil, and it's supposed to be like a stop leak system, right? And it's super, super dense, super thick, and it's not 100%. I probably, versus filling it up every like 2 or 3 days like I was with whatever fluid I was using before, and the Lucas Power, I mean, I literally fill it up like once a month, maybe. It really doesn't bother me. It hasn't been that big of an issue, not nearly enough for me to even honestly worry about replacing the power steering rack like I should, to be honest with you. And maybe that's a bad thing, but maybe it's a good thing. But I'm cool with it. That's all that matters, to be completely honest with you. Now let's jump in the car to talk about comfort and space, really. I guess that's all kind of the same thing. So I am about 6 foot 215. I'm a decent sized guy, really. And honestly, I have all the freaking legroom in the world that I would need for how small these cars are, and to not have a back seat like they do. They are surprisingly roomy for the passengers. And I've taken this car on many road trips and everything like that, and I really haven't had a major issue at all. I've been comfortable the whole time, and I've rode it out and I've been completely fine. I've loved it. Yeah, I really haven't had any major complaints. My girlfriend hasn't had any major complaints. She's usually with me 9 times out of 10. So she has plenty of space to lay back, do whatever she wants, and just kind of take a nap and go on about her business. So we really haven't had any issues between the two of us. We love it, and it's been a blast to take on road trips. Now when we talk about going on road trips and such like that in the Z, of course your next question is, well, how's the trunk space? So let's take a look here. mind the trunk for being extremely freaking dirty, right? We've got all this space. These are pretty deep, and there's surprisingly a lot of space up here. So I will say it's not, it's not a ton. I'll be honest. When me and my girlfriend usually go out of town, we're both kind of overpackers, and I mean, we are stuffed absolutely to the brim. And well, I was about to say we definitely wouldn't have enough space for 3 people worth of stuff, but it's not like we are bringing more than 2 anyway, so that wouldn't really be an issue. But I mean, from like, if say you were going on a beach trip or something like that, you're worried about fitting beach chairs. So my girlfriend had a beach chair that she brung to Florida one time when we went, and we were able to slide it under this right here, absolutely no problem. Now, I have considered doing a sound system in the car and putting subs in there that fit right here, but it would probably make it a lot more of a challenge to go on those road trips. So that is one thing to be looking out for and be ready for if you were to get a Z and do a sound system in it. I would probably have a little bit of an issue with that, but of course that all depends on your personal needs. Do you even go on road trips? Do you want to take the car out of town? Could you take another car? You know what I mean? There's everybody's situations are going to be so different, and there's so many different variables that can go into it. Now let's talk about gas mileage. So this 3.5 Beach 6 is not fantastic, as you all know. It's from 2003. Technology nowadays has come such a long way. It basically gets what a Mustang would now, of course, depending on how you drive. Now, I will say, at least, 9 days out of 10, I absolutely baby the car. Everybody likes to go on their spirited drives every now and then, but, day to day, I really am super, super easy on the car and just take really good care of them. Super nice on it, granny shift almost everywhere I go. Being my daily, I really want to take care of it. So I get 19.5 miles per gallon, and I've reset it a couple times just to try to keep it accurate, mainly just because I'm curious. I'm not really super worried about it. You know what I mean? I do obviously put 93 in the car, and that is a bit expensive. That really adds to the cost a ton. But that's just one of those things you gotta play with. That's the life. But it needs to be in steezy, baby. That's what they say. Now let's talk about dailying the manual transmission. So personally, I have absolutely no issues with it. I don't think anybody goes into buying a Z or a G looking for the manual transmission. And if you do, that's completely okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm sure many of us watching this video want that 6-speed that we can absolutely rip on. So I will say I did buy this before I learned how to drive manual, and then learned on it, which in my opinion is the absolute best way to do it. So if you're worried about doing something like that, if I can give you any piece of advice, just do it. Literally just do it. It's going to be rough for a couple of weeks, but it will 1,000% be worth it in the end. You absolutely will not regret it at all. I promise you, it's probably the best decision I've ever made, no question, to get that manual transmission. And since I had it and it was the only car I could drive, I was literally forced to learn. And it's really, truly just the best way to do it, in my opinion, at least. So really, after dailying this 350Z for coming up on a full year, I can truly, honestly say I would not have it any other way at all. No question at all. I absolutely love the car. It is such a blast, and like I said, such a blessing to be able to drive this every single day. Wake up in the morning on my way to work and just walk out to this and get to hear the cold start every single day. It's just the best thing ever. It puts the absolute biggest smile on my face and really just makes every single one of my days fun. Truly, just driving it every single day, just even driving it softly, rolling through the gears, just driving it normally around town. You know what I mean? Just can't beat it, man. Just the smile it puts on my face constantly. Absolutely such a fun car to drive. And let me say something else. If you are looking to get into your first fun enthusiast car, you know, just like I was, and you're considering one of these, please get one. Please. I promise you, it is such a good car for the price. When you get close to that 10K, I bought this for 12, but whenever you get around to that 10K mark, there's not a better car money can buy you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Of course, that's my opinion. And you know, a lot of Z's get a bad rap, you know, for good reasons. I'm not gonna lie to you, very good reasons. If you are a young guy, I say like I'm old or something. If you're a my age guy and you're looking to buy a 350Z, please, dear God. Anyway, guys, before I get out of here, I wanted to say, if you are, like I said, a young car enthusiast looking to get one of these, and I think you should. It's a great idea. Get one. Please get one. I love them. They're great. You'll love it too. But please, dear God, with every fiber of my being, do not clap it out, or buy a clapped out for that matter. Don't get your Z. Don't straight pipe it. Don't do this. You're giving the Z guys a bad rap, man. That's why the 350Zs are known as 3 shitties, and why I call this a 3 shitty, because people shit on them and they turn them into shitters like crazy, and it is embarrassing. It gives all the Z guys a bad rap. Just, hey, do us all a favor, man. Buy a 350Z, make it clean, take care of your car, do your maintenance, and it's gonna take care of you, man. That's all I've got for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell. You know we're about the buttons, all the buttons. Just hit them, doesn't take much. If there's anything you would like to see on the channel, actually, drop a comment, let me know. Give me some ideas. You know, like I've said before, I'm dead fresh. You know, we're starting fresh. Is there anything you think I should do, anything you might want to see, let me know, and I'll see what I can do for you. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. I'm getting out of here.